Okay, now we're live, I believe. Welcome. Hello. If you are here from YouTube, feel free to say GM in the chat. If you're here on Twitter Spaces, welcome. We're excited to have. Sorry about that. I think I lost Wi-Fi for a quick second, but glad that we're still here. Really fast was just saying that I'm Sophia. I lead developer relations at Celo, and this is Denny. Denny, do you want to introduce yourself?
And I am one of the sponsors here. I'm really excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you. We're really excited that you're here and we're in sponsors. And the purpose of today's call is we're going to go over what is the Global Stablecoin Hackathon, why you should build on MiniPay with Mento local stablecoins, all of the hackathon logistics, fun stuff, and tips for what to build, all of the above. And we can even answer some questions in the chat if we have some extra time. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Great. Well, this is the Global Stablecoin Hackathon kickoff call. So the hackathon officially kicks off today. You're able to submit anytime between now and May 2nd. So during this time, we'll have lots and lots of fun events, fun workshops, group chats, ways to support you. We'll be going over what the hackathon is, an overview, our tracks, our key dates, a little bit about Celo, about MiniPay, about Mento, and we'll also be going over key requirements and technical resources and FAQ. As a reminder, Celo, where we are and where we're going. Celo is building with purpose, building for billions, and unlocking the digital economy for billions of people worldwide with Celo. And so by building with part of this hackathon, you get to support the mission and help scale the mission. Great. So build on MiniPay with Mento local stablecoins. We are looking for projects that use Mento's local stablecoins and can benefit from MiniPay's global distribution. We'll go over in a bit what are Mento local stablecoins, and we'll also go over in a bit what is MiniPay and what does this global distribution look like. So some dates. April 11th through May 2nd is when the hackathon is occurring. So it's a 3-week virtual hackathon. So you can register now between May 2nd, and we'll have over $25,000 in prizes. So this is a huge, huge, huge opportunity for builders. And just in case you don't have it, you can register here. If you lose this link, go to Celo Devs on Twitter, and it's the first pinned post also has this link. So that's another place that you can find it. But you can take a QR code. I'll leave this here for 2 more seconds, just in case there's anyone who needs to take a QR code who's missing it. Cool, cool. All right, let's see. Is that I have hidden slides in this, and I realize the StreamYard presentation doesn't show when you hide the slides, so it's okay. Actually, let me just remove present. See if that helps. Let me just see if I can redo it. Add Google Slides, select. We're reloading the slides. Apologies for the small change up, just so they show without the hidden ones. All right. These are the correct ones. Yay. Awesome. Thank you so much, George. You got this in the comments. Appreciate it. So some of the tracks and prizes that we'll be doing, and we'll also be going over some examples of what these mean in more detail, but it will be using local currency stablecoins for personal finance. So that is track one, local currency stablecoins in everyday life, track two, and an open track. So this is something that meets the key technical requirements, but maybe doesn't have an exact use in one of those two tracks. So here's some quick examples of what to build. While we have Denny from Mento here, do you want to go over track one?
Thanks for kicking it off. So track one, using local currency stablecoins for personal finance. So think of this as like building really useful use cases for using non-USD stablecoins that Mento offers for various things like saving money on cross-border payments and helping users save from these extractive costs that they have in the fiat rails today. Multi-currency borrowing and lending. So if you have stable coins in one currency, but you want to borrow in another, or you want to lend out your stables and earn yield, helping users get access to that by building applications and use cases. And finally, inflation protection and swapping. So think of this as helping users get exposure to different currencies or getting out of exposure to different currencies when they're facing inflation in a certain market. The second one is kind of more of like a consumer application type. So think of it as using local currency stablecoins in your everyday life. So, for example, using CCAS to pay tuk-tuk drivers in Kenya, or finding local Colombian artists and paying for NFTs with CCOP. So get creative with this one and think of it as like, everyday fun use cases with stablecoins.
100%. And really want to piggyback off of what Denny said about get creative here. The big reason why this is a global stablecoin hackathon is there are certain use cases where these local stablecoins are really, really valuable that you can show and showcase during your hackathon project and during your demo that we won't know until you show what some of these really exciting use cases are. So that's why we want to see what are the use cases in everyday life. Here's some examples. They're not exclusive. If you have other examples that you think would be really, really valuable, that's what we want to hear. And that's what we want to see. All right. I'm going to jump in. We're going to go through why Celo, why MiniPay, and why Mento. So I'll start off with the why Celo and why is this hackathon happening on top of the Celo blockchain. A little bit about Celo. One thing that makes it very unique about Celo is it makes it possible to transact on the blockchain, made super, super easy for real world users of all experience levels. So you don't need to be familiar with crypto or crypto technology or blockchain technology to use the Celo blockchain. It's purposely designed for everyday real world users. Celo is, as of a few weeks ago, is officially an L2 blockchain built on top of Ethereum, on top of the OP stack. So you'll be one of the first to get to build on the L2 blockchain. So this is such an exciting time. It's optimized for mobile first with phone number mapping, 1 second transactions. You can pay for transaction fees with local stable assets. So imagine that you're sending like USD, like USDT, you can actually pay for your gas with USDT. You won't need Ethereum. And that's the exact point why it's made for real world users. Why would an end user who's sending a payment with USDT know that they have to have a little bit of ETH to pay for gas, right? And so that's something unique about the Celo blockchain. It's also regenerative finance building blocks. So we have ultra green money, meaning a portion of gas fees always goes to support carbon. It's decentralized and community governed. If you're part of any of the regional DAOs or governance forums, you'll see that you really get to a say and get to shape the future of Celo. Cross-chain, interoperable with bridges. It makes it super easy to connect with a bunch of other L2s and some L1s, but really easy to connect with other L2s if you want to do any swapping and things like that too. We'll go over this one a lot more. A host of stablecoins pegged to real currency. Because of Mento, there are tons and tons of native local stablecoins on Celo that peg to a bunch of different countries, and we'll go over that also in a little bit. Carbon negative built into the protocol, ZK Smart compatibility, super, super low transaction fees of 0.0001 cents, and leading with Web3 primitives and tooling. So lots of really exciting reasons to build on Celo. Now, why build on MiniPay? So this hackathon is happening with Build on MiniPay and Mento, and we'll explain a little bit about what is MiniPay and why you should build on it. MiniPay is the fastest growing stablecoin wallet in the global south with over 7 million activations and counting. If no one's ever used it, here's a little bit of what it looks like. And it's a stablecoin wallet, meaning that this front end here is this homepage. You can send, save, and spend with USDT, USDC, and Celo's or Mento's CUSD. So as you can see, it's like a dollar stablecoin wallet. Designed for real world use. So really easy to use. And it's built into Opera Mini and as a standalone app, but people who have the Opera Mini browser, it's built into it. And there's also this little app store here where you can actually build your apps that you'll demo, and we'll show what that looks like in more detail. Why build on MiniPay? MiniPay is where global builders meet global markets. So there's a built-in mini app discovery page. So you can click on the bottom right hand, and you'll see this giant suite of mini apps. And it's a really small app, meaning it's 2 megabytes in size, so it works really well on low devices. And there's integrated ramps and over 35 currencies. So that's really easy for your end user to use and really easy for founders and mini app builders to actually tap into the global market here. And one of the big reasons is because by building on MiniPay, you can leverage Opera's global reach. MiniPay is a standalone Android app with iOS coming soon and directly integrated into the Opera. I'm back. Sorry about that. Still here. Can you hear me okay? Apologies for that. And what you can happen when you build on MiniPay and you have an app on MiniPay is you get to leverage MiniPay's growing distribution with 7 million activated wallets from day one. So all those users on those wallets can actually see your app. So it's one of the strongest distribution channels in all of Web3. Some tips for building on MiniPay. Build a PWA mobile responsive app. So this will be a website link that looks good on mobile. This is not a React Native or a Flutter app. So this is not a mobile app. It's a mobile responsive app. So like a website that looks good on mobile. You'll be using the MiniPay site tester to test your app inside of MiniPay. You can use the MiniPay Celo Composer Starter Kit if you want a starter kit to help you get started. And you can check out docs.celo.org for more info on exact. But yes, don't forget, build a mobile responsive app, not a mobile app, if that makes sense. So you should have a website link to your app, not an actual React Native app. All right, Denny, do you want to kick off this section?
Yeah, I would love to give an overview on Mento. So, why build on Mento local stablecoins? For those of you who aren't familiar with Mento, we have 8 local currency stablecoins live, with 7 more to come. You can see some of those here. We have global reach across, USD, Euro, African currencies, as well as Asian currencies and Latin American currencies, with many more to come as well. The mental broker allows you to swap stablecoins at real world prices, so you're not subject to super high exchange rates. We peg it to real live FX rates that most institutional traders or bankers can get. So this offers really, really good value for users, especially those that continually get squeezed by banks and exchange desks to swap currencies. The Mental platform today is integrated with leading providers. Obviously, MiniPay here, Ballora Wallet, Pritium, Kotani Pay, Uniswap, Aave, and many more to come. We also have robust tooling and developer experience with SDKs, smart contract templates, and docs to help you accelerate your development. For those of you who aren't familiar or just want to get a little more comfortable, we'll be running a workshop next week with one of our engineering leads. I believe it's on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that and hope you guys can join.
Yay, thank you. Did you also go over the countries that there's local stablecoins? Mento has
Yeah,
local
I
stable.
mean, there's the ones here. So we have the US dollar, we have the euro, we have the Brazilian real, Kenyan shilling, Ghanaian cedi, the West African franc, Colombian peso, Philippine peso. Just a little teaser. We're going to launch the British pound, the South African rand, and two others that I'm blanking on, but you can find it on the Solid Governance Forum, with a few more to come later this month too. So yeah, I think some of those will be live, but during the time of the hackathon. So yeah, be on the lookout.
Super exciting. And you kind of hinted a lot of the currencies get decided by governance, correct? So if yeah,
Yeah. If you're really, really excited about building for a specific user segment, maybe in your country, or you see a certain pain point, we'd love for you to participate in governance, put up a post in Solid Governance Forum, and our team will review it and work with you to find opportunities to launch it. So yeah, participate in governance.
100%. That's one of the best ways to build out the world you want to see is speak up, build in public, and find others who are aligned with your mission. So exciting.
Totally.
Well, thank you. We'll be jumping into rules and guidelines for this hackathon and what you can expect. So, some of the key technical requirements is it will need to be live on Celo or Celo Alpha Juarez. So, that's our testnet. You'll need to use Mento's decentralized stablecoins. So, for example, like you just mentioned, all of these great stablecoins, and you can integrate Mento's broker contract to conduct any swaps or issuance and redemption. So, touching some of these Mento stablecoins, and it's highly, highly recommended that you demo inside the MiniPay site tester, but you can also demo using a mobile responsive on browser. So in case you've never done that, you can just open your website like normal, go into developer mode, and you can click this button. Is circled, and that will actually change it from like a laptop UI to a mobile UI. And that's another way you can test what it will look like inside of a mobile browser. And then finally, you'll be submitting your project via Karma Gap. And you'll be adding your GitHub links, your video demo presentations, the name of your project, your team members, all the information that you'll need into that Karma Gap right there. So, how to submit your project on Karma Gap? So, really fast, in case you lose this information, when you register on Lemonade, we have links to all of this of how to submit on Karma Gap, how to message the Karma Gap group chat if you have any questions, how to find our Telegram group chat to ask us any questions throughout the process. But essentially, what you'll need to do is you'll create your project profile on Karma Gap and you'll submit it for the Global Stablecoin Hackathon. Then you'll need to update your personal profile. And this is needed for payouts. So you say your wallet address and all of that information. You'll add GitHub repos, your contract addresses, demo video, all that stuff to your project profile. You can submit milestone updates and things like that to your project profile. And then finally, you'll have your final project submission where you just mark the project as complete. And that's how we know we're ready to look at your project. Fun fact, we use Karma Gap for all of our Celo internal programming. So not just the Global Stablecoin Hackathon, but also our ongoing builder reputation program called Proof of Ship, where as you continue working on your project, even outside of the hackathon, like later on in future months, you can continue to get rewards, and your reputation that you build is used for retroactive funding and any other potential airdrops and things like that too. So this project profile stays with you even outside of the hackathon. So definitely recommend. Lots of fun things you can do in your project profile, like add, like people can give you endorsements. You can do, yeah, you can talk about updates that you're doing, lots of fun things. So definitely leverage that because it can really help with any retroactive funding. Some questions, facts and questions. Can I participate with an existing project? So yes, if you already have a project that you built out, maybe you already have a project profile on Karma Gap from Proof of Ship or a previous hackathon or something you did before, you can definitely participate with an existing project. What you will do then is create a specific milestone for what you are doing during the hackathon. So it is clear what work you did during this hackathon. And you'll just make sure to link your GitHub to that milestone and show proof that the work that you're submitting for the hackathon was done, or pieces of it was done during that milestone. But yes, you can bring an existing project. We definitely encourage it. This is a great opportunity to take one from maybe a previous build with Celo, a proof of ship or something, and really upgrade it for this hackathon. If you have several people in a team, do you all have to apply? Anyone who wants to receive awards or recognition needs to apply. We recommend that every team member registers on Lemonade to receive the event information. And then you add every team member to your project on Karma Gap using the project profile link. You can link multiple project profiles to one project. If your project wins, rewards are sent to the team members. So definitely recommend yeah, if you want credit for it, yeah, join, register. And then do I have to sign up on Lemonade and Karma Gap? So yes, Lemonade is the platform to register and receive updates, and Karma Gap is just the platform to track your project progress and showcase to the community. Really fast before we move on, feel free to add more questions in that group chat. I see that we have a few. So is there any tech support? Yes. Like Denny says, we'll be doing workshops and we'll also be available for technical questions in the Telegram channel. So make sure to mention in that Telegram channel. We do have quite a few different sponsors and different people available. So make sure to message if it's a Celo specific thing, Mento specific thing, MiniPay specific thing, because that way we can ensure that the right person can answer your questions, since it's a collaborative hackathon with many different stakeholders involved. Can the app have a back end JSON API? So yes, the app can have a backend. So the PWA that you'll see is like the actual submission. It's a link. It's like a website link. So of course that can have a backend that can connect. Definitely check out the docs because there'll be some slight changes, as in the MiniPay browser, you don't see your Connect wallet, right? Because it's already connected through MiniPay. So those are a few changes. But yes, you can have a backend. Is the MiniPay team available to answer questions? A few people from the MiniPay team are in that group chat. The Celo DevRel team can help answer some of the Celo-related MiniPay questions, like using the Celo Composer MiniPay starter kit and some other building with MiniPay questions. But if you want to get some validation on your project ideas, more questions around MiniPay in general, they can be in that chat and can help answer some questions. If your enrollment in Lemonade still says pending, is that normal? Yes. Anyone who's in pending still gets all the information to the hackathon. The reason it says pending is we are, you'll need to update your Karma Gap profile to be officially accepted, because that's how we do all the who's officially in. So if it says pending, it might be because you left the Karma Gap profile blank. We'll send instructions soon about how you can update it to add the Karma profile, or you can apply again, but soon there'll be a feature on Lemonade where you can just update your application. And so, but yes, you'll still get all the information. You'll still be in the loop that says pending. We know that you're pending. Most, pretty much 90% of people right now are still pending in the thing, and that is totally great. All right. If there are no other questions, we'll move on to some resources. Denny, do you want to take this slide?
Yes. On the mental side, some high-level resources. You can find our website here to find more information about the stack and everything. Also embedded there is our docs, and please be sure to follow us on Twitter and X at Mental Labs, where we post periodic updates. For the Portal team, they've offered their stablecoin infrastructure platform for free to any builders in this hackathon. They are also in the Telegram group chat. So here's a list of all their resources. I'm obviously less familiar with it, but really, really great product. And a lot of other stablecoin builders have used their stack as well.
Yeah, that's really great. For Celo, MiniPay resources, most of them are on our docs.celo.org. If you are just getting started, you can use the Celo Composer MiniPay Starter Kit. It helps you just create a quick PWA that's blank and MiniPay compatible. And then we find that builders love starting off with that and then using and then building with that because it just gives them a bit easier. You can also check out the MiniPay website at minipay.to if that is helpful. All right. I'm going to stay on this slide for a little bit, but definitely recommend that you join the Telegram. Everyone can join the Telegram, whether you're officially, if you're still pending on Lemonade or not. But here's the best way to get the latest information about the hackathon, ask our team questions, get notifications, get updates, and get notified if anything changes. So please join the Telegram here. So I'll just keep the slide for one more second. Join our Telegram. And then finally, in case you missed it, this is the sign up link on Lemonade. And you can register here. So I'll leave that up for a few more seconds. And then lastly, I wanted to just say another really big thank you to all of our sponsors. So this hackathon is sponsored. Our sponsors include Tether, Portal, Verta Ventures, Dapper Dragon, and Borderless. So we'll also be sharing more information in our Telegram group chat and our tracks if they have specific sponsor specific things that they're looking for or they would love to see within your applications and how maybe they'll be judging projects and what they'll be looking for. So we're really, really honored and really excited to have these sponsors alongside MiniPay, Celo, and Mento to make Global Stablecoin Hackathon a reality. So thank you all so much for attending today. Denny, any last words you want to share with the audience?
No, we're just really excited for all of you to be building with us and on MiniPay. Really excited to see your ideas come to life throughout this hackathon. And yeah, let's get to building.
Let's get to building. We're here to support. Awesome. Well, with that, we're right on time at the 10:30 mark, and we just want to thank you all for being here with us today. Stay up to date with all the latest on Celo Dev's Twitter, and if you lose anything and you lose any of this information and you're like, where can I find it? It will all be on the Celo Dev's Twitter. So check out the pin post, the live stream, all of this will all be in the Celo Dev's Twitter, and you can find the group chat, ping us on Telegram for any questions. We are so excited for you to be building with us and for you to sharing your global ideas with and distributing them to a global audience. And so none of this would be possible without all of you. So thank you so much.
Amazing. Thanks all.